Greetings, Pokemon fans! Zach here, and welcome to another Pokemon Draft League analysis video for the RSL Season 5. And I'll admit, I am scared for this league because I am taking over someone. Kind of. Let me explain. So this league I was not supposed to be in originally. My buddy Zach Mander, the GOAT, shout out to the GOAT by the way, had quite frankly the most broken draft league team I think I've ever seen. Had like Iron Valiant, Dragapult, like it was like how do you get away with having the two best draft league Pokemon on your team at the same time? And the devs were like, how the hell did we allow this? And people were so scared that they were dropping out of the league, so they said, screw it, let's get some new coaches and restart the draft, which obviously it pissed off Zach Maynard because he had the most broken draft league team ever. And so he said, screw it, and he gave me the position instead. So now I have to, well, pick a spot and draft a new team. So with that being said, shout out to the GOAT for helping me with this one. And I had 15 out of 16, which shouldn't surprise you. That's usually what I get for most of my draft leagues. I get pick 15 out of 16, usually. Now, however, this league is going to be a little bit different. We actually play every single coach once. So it's like in our best interest not to bring our best shots in the first league, in the first go-around, because if we do that, then it's like, why would I my first shot when I can very easily rematch you again? So it's going to be a lot of bring this, but save this for later, just in case. So yeah, let's go in. Let's talk about the team because I'm very excited to talk about the team this season. And our first Pokemon was something that the person behind us, pick 16, actually wanted. And but it was on the board, and I'm like, with the way that the league is, because it's item clause, Tytera and item clause. The furthest league we've drawn with item clause. So I can only have one heavy duty boot, one choice scarf, one focus sash, one of whatever. And because of that, I needed a reliable way to get rid of hazards as well as set my own. And the best Pokemon to do that is Terapagos. So Terapagos is our very first Pokemon, and obviously, with how good of a Pokemon this is, you can kind of understand why I wouldn't know. Now, this is Babby form. The Terapagos we're going with is this one in battle, and as you can see, it's very, very good. With the way that Terapagos plays, Calm on, it can't really recover. That's the problem with Terapagos. It has no way to reliably recover. But we take care of that a little bit later in the draft. It's going to be the boost Pokemon most of the time. Spin, keep that Terra Shell intact. Calm Mind, Terra Star Storm coverage options. And it's got a lot of good coverage options. It's got Bolt Beam coverage. And just a lot of very good sense in general. It's got Rock Polish. So hey, Calm Mind, Rock Polish, that's a real thing. Someone's going to prep for that. It can do a lot of things. Toxic is a good move. So I can make this a stall Pokemon. Does that sound evil? Yes. Do I care? No. Meteor Beam, that's a set. So yeah, Terapagos is very balanced in what it can do. Now the next Pokemon is a returning Pokemon from a previous draft league season in the Mudkip CMM division. We are bringing back the GOAT himself, Meowmander. And Meowmander, we got reliable choice sort of Pokemon, but it can hold other items too. Protective Paths to protect secondary effects, Focus Sash, Choice Band even. But its main role is going to be the primary choice for our Pokemon. But it has support options. I mean, look at it. Deep Sea, Gotta Trust. Home Claws, Trail Blaze, turn Spoopy, Priority, Quick Attack. But let's be real here. It's gonna be, or heck, even Special Power Jump. That's my goat right there, Zack Commander. Spikes, T-Spike, yeah, it can do that. But is this gonna be Sucker Punching, U-turning, Triple Axling, Flower Tricking? That's what's mainly gonna be doing. It's not gonna be doing any of the other fancy mumbo jumbo. To protect itself from first impression. If I have to fight from first impression, that can be something that I do. If I think it's necessary, obviously. Because I think there is a coach that has like a slither wing or a low kick, so that could be something I see myself doing. For the next Pokemon, we're getting our very first Terra Captain. And it's High Tier Terra. Now, I remember in SPDA, why am I bringing up that? Because I had an Urshifu single in that league, without Terra, as a round 1 pick. This is a round 3 Urshifu Rapid Strike that can freaking Terra. Oh yeah, you heard me right. Terra Urshifu Rapid Strike in singles. It's already broken in doubles. Imagine what this thing can do in singles. And I'm excited to use Terra Urshifu Rapid. Surging Strikes, Aqua Jet. Also a good choice, Scarfer. Mystic Water. It can terrestrialize and it can do a bunch of other crazy stuff. It's going to be a great Pokemon. Great Pokemon with great stats. Pretty good Assault Vest user too. I'll say it. It can also Trailblaze too. It can SD. It can bulk up. It can do a bunch of different things. Look at the coverage this thing has. It's pretty good. So I'm excited to use Urshifu this time around. Unseen Fist ignores Protect, so that's always fun. And with 2 Pokemon that have signature moves that can crit, the opponent setting up is, or at least on the defensive side, isn't going to be always as reliable. The next Pokemon, we need a good special attacker that's not Terapagos, because Terapagos is going to be more of a bulky rapid spinner. We need some special offense. And a Pokemon that, worst comes to shove, can Healing Wish. So we're getting Latios. And also, so we can drop a few Dracos. Its main item is going to be Soul Dew, but it also is, again, a good choice for our user. It can hold a Cobra Berry, Ability Shield, and then from Pokemon with Mold Breaker. And it can do a bunch of other crazy stuff. You look at its stats. And in my opinion, it's better than Latios, because it's got better bulk all around than Latios. Because it doesn't have those extra points in attack that it's never going to use. Now, unfortunately, unlike Latios cannot flip turn. But it does get very good offensive coverage, and it's bulky enough to use the agility, weakness policy, calm mindsets. It can recover. It can Healing Wish, and it can even just normal Wish. So it can be a support Pokemon. It can be a sweeper. It can do anything I need it to do. The signature move Mist Ball is always going to be great. Because I don't have to rely on Psychic that way. It's just better. Dual screens. It's just a great Pokemon in general. Reliable recovery, so it can do what needs to be done when I need it to do whatever it is I need it to do. Now the next Pokemon. We need some hazards, as well as a Steel type, because we don't have a Steel type yet. The 2 Pokemon that I was considering for this team are Tinkaton and Klefki. We can knock off our Fairy right off the board immediately. Now, both Pokemon have very good options in what they can do. But I've already used Tinkaton twice to other teams, And Klefki, I haven't used Klefki in a while. Last time I used it was on our low tier team in the MDL low tier draft that I was in. So I decided it's time to bring back the keys for another round. Oh, that's Kling. Hold on. That's Kling. Hold on. There you go. Klefki. Yay! Now, Klefki is a great Pokemon. With Prankster, it can set up with spikes and get the hazards out. But it can do more than just that. I mean, look at that. Iron Defense. Calm Mind. Dual screens. This is probably my dual screen setter, so worst come to shove. And Drain Kiss for recovery, stored power, Trick Room. Okay, Thunder Wave is what is boosted by Prankster. Trick Room is not boosted by Prankster, which is unfortunate. But even still, I'm very happy with Klefki. I don't think this Pokemon can Encore like take your time. Can. But that's fine. Because I don't need to Encore anyone with this team. My team is pretty fast and pretty bulky as it is. My team can take hits. It can even switch to root a bad item onto the opponent, Klefki can. So this Pokemon is definitely going to be very, very good. Just generally speaking. Yeah, I'm very excited to use Klefki again. I think it's going to be a great Pokemon, just in general. And I can't wait to bring back to use Klefki again. Our next Pokemon. This one was a bit of a tough one. Because there were a lot of roles that I needed to fill. But the one that I didn't have that I desperately wanted here was my Grounded Poison. I don't have a Poison type yet. Now, a lot of y'all in Class 2 don't really care about T-Spikes. And Terrados is going to be boots most of the time. The Alamander Nurses who don't like it very much. So I need to get rid of those. And maybe also get a ground type while I'm at it. And so we're going to bring back Clodsire for a second straight draft league. We have it in the MLBBL, and we're bringing back Bubby the Clodsire again for RSL. And I love Clodsire. It can't Terra, but it's mostly going to be an unaware water-absorbed monster. Mostly unaware. Stockpile is great. Curse is going to be fun to use as well. It has its time with Stealth Rocks. I didn't have a Stealth Rock Pokemon. I had Spikes and Klefki. But I wanted Stealth Rocks as well. Clodsire actually gets all three hazards, which makes it super reliable, and the hazard stacking department. So that's just going to be extremely fun no matter what. And I love Clodsire. I cannot wait to use this Pokemon long term. Very good special defensive wall alongside Latios. But it can be physically defensive. Physically defensive Clodsire is still a thing. And yeah, great HP stat, strong Pokemon, and I cannot wait to use Clodsire. Just generally speaking, it's a great Pokemon. Can't wait to use it again. Just in general. However, we still got a lot more Pokemon left to draft. And our next Pokemon that we can get, we need our electric type, and we need it badly. A lot of the good options are already gone, so I decided to look for a bulkier option that is just as good, if not better. We're going to get our froggy friend, Bellybolt. And with Electromorphosis and Static, It's a great Pokemon. Damp, I don't think we're going to see Damp very much. Because why would I want to prevent a Pokemon from going boom? But with a great HP stat, it can be physically defensive or especially defensive. It's mostly going to be physically defensive, but it can be both. It's got good special attack, so it can make very good use of Electromorphosis, static, and paralyzed Pokemon. And I'm very excited. Use this Pokemon can make good use of items like Leftovers, Rocky Helmet, gets reliable recovery and Slack Off, can Volt Switch. I got a lot of momentum on my team. So yeah, that's very exciting. Can Toxic. So yeah, it's a great Pokemon to have, definitely. Dual screen, so another good dual screen user. Yeah, this is gonna be an extremely useful Pokemon. Now, next up, I wanted to get another Fairy type, because Klefki I viewed more as my Steel type, so I wanted to get a secondary Fairy option that I can use in case, God forbid, Klefki doesn't look good in a matchup. So I decided that I would go ahead and get another SPDA GOAT back in the lineup, being Sylveon. Sylveon was very good in that system, my SPDA team, and it was my defensive MVP. And with Calm Mind, a secondary Wish Passer, Pixelate Hyper Voice, it's a strong Pokemon. It can pivot with Baton Pass. It's a very priority and quick attack with Pixelate. It's another dual screen setter. It's a good Pokemon. This team's got a lot of bulk. It's going to be difficult for anyone to take this team down. So, I don't really think about Sylveon. You all know what Sylveon does. It's Sylveon. Sylveon's the GOAT. Now, we don't have a Fire type yet. And I wanted to remove hazards that was not Terapagos. So, a better way to do that is to get a Defogger. Now, Moltres was an option, but I wanted to bring back a Pokemon that I did draft at one point, but didn't get a chance to use it. Have I written this Pokemon before? Maybe I haven't. I don't know. I feel like I may have and just never used it. But regardless, we're getting in Talonflame, an OG Gen 6 regional bird. And with Gale Wings, Defog is a reliable option. Not the most offensive Pokemon in the world, but it can quick attack. Gale Wings priority Brave Bird when at full HP. That's great. It can roost, so it can always get Gale Wings back. It's mostly going to be a boost Pokemon because you don't want it's taking Stealth Rocks damage. It's fine, really. It's Talonflame, so. Oh yeah, I did have Talonflame. I had Talonflame in the PTL. But it only came to it was a mid-season free agent transaction. It only came to two games. The last two of the season. So, yeah. But it was still a good Pokemon while I had it. And I do like it. It's a great Pokemon to have. And, yeah, I kind of like to bring back a bird from the sky. And our last Pokemon, this could literally be anything. We had Terra Points to use. So I said, let's go ahead and use them. Why not? And we decided to bring back another Pokemon from the team from the MLBBL Season 1, not Spinda, god damn it. We're bringing back Indiana Mouse. And it's got two good abilities in Pressure and Infiltrator mainly. Another good defensive Pokemon. And like I said, this one has the ability to Terra. So, another solid Pokemon against Trick. The one time I did bring it in MLBBL, it was a Trick Room. Good toxic user, Destiny Bond. It can do a bunch of other stuff too. Trick, Will-O-Wisp, and a bunch of other things as well. Yeah, it's a very strong team. Priority Shadow Sneak, a lot of priority on this team. A lot of Pokemon with Sucker Punch too. I mentioned that too. I didn't mention that a lot, but there are a lot of Pokemon with Sucker Punch on this team. So basically, all of these Pokemon have some form of priority, and it's just a very strong team in general. Yeah. Oh, Cliffy also has Rain Dance too for Urshifu. I don't know if I mentioned that. That's another reason why I drafted Urshifu for Rain Dance. But yeah, that's the team that's going into this season. And it's a very good team. This might be one of my better teams I've drafted, just in general. And yeah, I'm very excited to go into the league with this team. And yeah, I'll see you all for week 1. And that's all I have for now. So next time, fans, where we play the Tribal Chief, Brett. Something we fought in the PTL. So, yeah. See you all for week 1.